Welcome back. It is Thursday, December 17th. Wait, I'm waiting for some. I'm going to put this with me. It is Thursday, December 17th, 2015. This is still the morning edition. Yeah, take Darth Vader.
Okay.
Okay. And thank you for joining us. And you take the little stormtrooper. Yeah, you'll take the little stormtrooper. Exactly, little stormtrooper.
Yeah,
you do.
The like-minded stormtrooper.
And size does not.
At least get the Millennium Falcon, please.
Sure, but size does not matter. Okay, The Force Awakens by director J.J. Abrams, the 7th installment in the Star Wars franchise and the beginning of its final trilogy. It's possibly the most awaited film event of the decade. Avri was waiting. It's already made more than $100 million just in pre-sale tickets. That's insane. Poised to smash all previous box office records and flood the globe with merchandise. But it is a cultural phenomena. A vast plot to promote consumerism. Do we know? Do we care? We just want to see the movie. Let's take a look at the following piece that recaps the mass hysteria, mayhem, and insanity that ensued with Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Here we go.
Positive premiere and $100 million in advance ticket sales are prompting some pretty prodigious predictions.
Star Wars does have the potential to surpass Avatar, but what that requires is repeat viewing. And what we saw with both Avatar and Titanic is people kept going back to the theater multiple times after they saw it.
Nothing will stand in our way.
Well, Avatar is still the highest grossing movie of all time, raking in $2.7 billion. But The Force Awakens, some say, might be the first to top the mythical $3 billion benchmark. Jedis versus the Blue Guys.
This is our land!
Avatar, released December 18, 2009. The Force Awakens, also December 18, 6 years later. Both take place not on our planet. Both have rabid fans. Some people actually speak Navi. Jedi is now a quasi-religion. Did you really think that the first Star Wars film was going to be a flop?
Yeah, I mean, everybody did.
Why?
The studio hated it. I had no idea that it worked.
Now here we are, episode 7.
Chewie, we're home.
The Wall Street analysts are saying that if this film doesn't gross $1.5 billion, it's going to be considered a disappointment. The question is it going to leapfrog $2 billion and even approach $3 billion, which would make it the highest grossing film of all time?
Just wait for 2017. Avatar 2 is slated for a release, and so is Star Wars Episode 8, a Hollywood head-to-head.
And we are back because everybody's so excited around the table of the studio. So,
Wait. I'd like to start off by saying
yes,
that
I'm about to
there
hit
will
you.
be strictly no spoilers here today. There are two people who didn't see the movie.
Hold on. Stop. Everybody quiet.
Okay.
I'm running the show. Okay? I'm going to introduce you. People don't know who you are.
And then I'll say what
Exactly. Okay. We are joined in the studio by Uri Aviv. Hello.
Hello.
There you go. Film critic for the Idiotenchonot newspaper.
Not really, no.
No, you're the film critic for?
I'm not.
He's a sci-fi.
But thank
He's
you.
a sci-fi. Thank you. He's a sci-fi guru. I have no idea where that came. Whatever.
That's the sci-fi film festival.
Uri Aviv Sci-Fi Film Festival. Exactly. Hello. How are you? You threw me off. Lovely. Also with us, Channel 10 culture editor Chen Lieberman.
Good morning.
Yes.
And I have R2D2.
You have R2D2 on your
R2D2,
shirt and everything.
yeah.
Now we can look at that area and not feel like we're sexually harassing you. And, yes, and we have also Avri.
Hello.
Avri's with us, and of course, Avri Rosen-Tzvi of the Culture Magazine, I-24 News Culture Magazine, is very concerned. Show of hands, who saw the film?
I saw the film, and I told Avri back in the makeup room that he can't go and crying out of me not spoiling his film, because if he was a real fan, a true fan, he would see it last night.
Exactly.
You don't deserve our mercy.
You didn't need to go to the press screening. There was a
Exactly.
I explained I had.
Wait, we've got
went to the
Henry. There you
press
go.
screening.
This is a true fan, Avri.
Oh, no, now they're going to say
This is a true fan.
They're gonna
I
say
explained
it.
I had personal reasons. I have a note from my doctor.
You had enough for your doctor. But
wearing
Uri
the same
Aviv, the adults around this table, we're going to try. What did you think? Is this as good as everybody's promising?
Well, there's this wow. I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
That's first thing. The films caught me when I was like in a very, in a young age, so it resonated with me to a high degree.
How old are you?
I'm so and so years old.
Oh, come on.
I'm 35.
I'm 44. Okay, see? And, no, because I remember
30.
from 30. Okay, so it resonated. But you're
and-
disappointed. Why?
I'm not disappointed.
He
I'm not
said he was
disappointed.
not disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. What? I'm trying to not spoil anything.
Right.
Yeah, he
But
won't.
well, there's this wonderful flash that kind of recommends how to not spoil or how to do Star Wars right.
Right.
Recommendations to J.J. Abrams. One that Star Wars is in the frontier, not in Parliament. Two, that the Force is mysterious and doesn't need clarifications and scientific explanations.
Midichlorians.
So you're talking about the second trilogy that critics,
Yes.
Yeah.
critics
And-
and many fans didn't like.
And
so
does
that's
it-
what
does
you're-
it do that?
I mean,
And-
that's what you're comparing it to.
Yes, and that Star Wars is a Western. It's greedy. Star Wars beauty is greedy, and they've really resolved all these issues. This is true to Star Wars.
True to Star Wars. It's
To the
not
first trilogy.
Yeah, and it's not the, and I'm going to say it's not the shameful
Yeah.
prequels. I'm going to say it. They were shameful. Okay. I want us to bring in also another person into the mix because with us also is Tal Heinrich. Okay, I-24 News correspondent who is standing by at the Kamikaze comic book store because, I mean, in Israel, people are excited, right?
20,000 in pre-sales.
20,000
Yes,
in
the
pre-sales.
hype surrounding this premiere, Yael, is huge. Also in Israel, not only Americans, also Israelis are huge fans of Star Wars. And I don't know if you heard about it, but even one of these big fans, he even bought all the tickets to one of the theater halls premieres so he can guarantee himself the best, the perfect experience watching it. And it didn't even cost him that much, only $650. So it might be worth it. And
I'm going to do that today.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I want to.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, please show some stuff.
Exactly. Yael, you know, I'm standing here for a while and I've just realized something. There is a reason why they call it The Force Awakens, because all the geeks that were relatively silent for a while are now awakened with the Force. And here is a person who can authorize that. Yakir Karen, you're a vendor here at the Kamikaze comic book store. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us, what are the latest trends? What are people buying? The Star Wars, you know, newest merchandise that you have here.
Something like last year, Marvel launched a new Star Wars franchise in comics. So there's a lot of new comics books related to Star Wars, about the Star Wars universe, Darth Vader, everything related. And I think the thing that people most like to buy, it's the new Funko Pops. Everything related to the Star Wars are now in Pops, Funko Pops. People really enjoying buying this, collecting every shape or form of characters, and they're really digging
What
it.
is a
So you told me
Pop?
before that there is a special. These dolls with the huge head, the weird shaped
okay.
head, Yael. So you told me before that you're organizing a special event, Star Wars happening that is going on here. What will be?
Tomorrow, in Friday, we're having a huge event in the store, free comic books early in the morning, posters of the movie, and upstairs in the hall we have lots of lectures about the movie, about the universe of Star Wars, things you didn't know about the movies, things you didn't know about Star Wars in general, about the expanded universe of Star Wars, and we're really excited, and we know a lot of people are gonna be here.
Yakir, how big is comics in Israel?
In the few years since Marvel launched all their movies, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Each year we feel like the community of comic book enthusiasts are multiplying themselves each year, and we feel that, and we're really excited for it, and just great to love these things.
And one more question, since you're working here every day, you're probably exposing yourself to very interesting science fiction conversations. What are people saying about the movie? Did you go to watch it?
Haven't yet. Tomorrow, I believe so. But my boss already watched it, and they said it was amazing. They watched it twice. Twice,
okay,
yeah.
right.
And they really loved it. And they say J.J. Abrams did a great job because now the fans, J.J. Abrams is a fan. The fans actually making the movie. So people really love the fact.
Thank you so much for this, Yakir and Yael. The selling tickets started 2 months ago already in Israel, and around 10,000 tickets were sold at the Cinema City, which is one of the biggest
One of the
franchises.
biggest ones.
And
Tell
I
us.
want to end this on a personal note.
Please.
And say, single women, even if you're not familiar with the Star Wars concept, this is the weekend to go out there and meet nice guys.
And I'm going to show you one of them right now, although he's taken. Yes, yes.
I'm holding a little Ewok. I'm not sure I'm what women are looking for, really.
Yeah.
I have to correct something. Star Wars is not science fiction. It's important.
How come it's not for why?
It's fantasy dressed up as science fiction.
That's too geeky for me. There is a difference.
Oh,
of course.
man.
There are dragons. There are knights. There are lightsabers.
Magic.
There's magic.
And it's
There's
not
magicians.
futuristic. It's actually a period piece. It's a fantasy
It's a long,
period piece.
long
It's a
time
long
ago
time
in the
ago.
galaxy.
It's a long
It's
time
not
ago.
a
Exactly.
It's just in a
And
different
that's
galaxy.
actually one of the biggest sort of not selling points, but draws of this series is that it's actually very different because it's a fantasy dressed up as sci-fi. It's not intellectual as real sci-fi.
Please,
I have a confession to
Yes.
make. Okay. First time seeing the first trilogy, the first movie in the franchise was 4 days ago.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
my.
And I have to
Oh
say
my.
that now I'm addicted to it. I saw the 3 movies before the screening yesterday.
Thank God. That
And
was the first time you saw it in your life?
And she
it's the
calls me
first
not a
time-
real fan.
I know, but the thing is, I'm not a real fan. But
But she did the research.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
from the point
She's
of
a
view
real
of
journalist.
She did the
and I have to
research,
say, I didn't have any nostalgic connection to it, but I see it today as a 30-year-old, and it's opening a whole
and
new world
for
to me.
them, No, and nostalgia is exactly.
Yes.
What, yeah,
It's a
we're
big-
going to give you, but let's have a little, because we are all happy that the old timers are back. Let's have a listen to the old cast that return and what they have to say about Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Take it away.
Chewie, we're home.
Energy and action!
Director J.J. Abrams and the cast on day one.
Of Star Wars Episode 7. Yeah. How incredible is that?
J.J. Abrams has said he loves what creator George Lucas set out to do from the very start.
That these were films about the everyman, the everywoman, absolute nobodies who are tested.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's true. That is salt of the earth type people are put in difficult circumstances. It's true. All of it.
You've seen this thing.
Oh, this big thing. Trust me, it's good.
What do you think?
The parts where I'm in it are distressing, but everything else is really great.
But when they hear that the parts with Leia in them are distressing,
I got older, and no one told me. And then they put me on a screen really, really big. And they put me in high def.
you've spent so much time with Harrison Ford over the years and on this movie that you ran out of things to say, except that you're still endlessly impressed by how svelte he still is.
That is so annoying. Men have one fat cell, and women have 2 to that 1. Harrison looks really good, and he works at it too, though. But he also was born with, a DNA jackpot type thing.
We told him what she said.
I'm mostly interested in how Harrison has stayed in such good shape all these years.
Thank you, Carrie.
It was the tension between Han Solo and Princess Leia that fueled it all here in Empire Strikes Back.
I love you.
I know.
The famous moment where you say, I love you.
I know.
That's what he says.
I know.
Would he say that today?
Yeah, he would.
Not wiser? Still a wise guy?
He is still a wise guy, but we've all been through a lot, and we're trying to get it together.
Do you get together?
I can't tell you that.
On the set, one of the new stars, John Boyega, bringing his stormtrooper for Harrison to sign.
Signed his action figure.
Right here. But do they have any idea what they're walking into?
How could you know? You have no idea.
No idea.
And we love, love, love Han Solo. Okay, for those who saw the film, okay, for those who really saw the film, actually really quickly in the time that we have, are fans going to be disappointed? Not the geeks, not the, not the real...
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna be very appreciative of what was done. It really goes back to the core of Star Wars. It's wonderful.
It's bringing back the honor of the franchise, I think, but it doesn't go beyond that. I think it's like J.J. Abrams took an instruction book of how to do a good Star Wars movie, and that's what he did.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. There are a lot of
It's-
But I mean, give the
homages.
guy some
Yes.
credit. It's just the first installment, right? I mean, maybe
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna.
he's not going to direct the next one. It's,
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
George Lucas.
No.
No, who is?
Ryan Johnson. with
Ryan Johnson.
Israeli producer Ron Bergman.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have
Really?
an Israeli
Yeah.
producer for Star Wars.
For Star Wars.
I'm really
And I'm
excited.
gonna-
I haven't seen Episode 7, and I'm really excited.
And I'm going to plug Utopia and say
Please.
that 3 years ago we had this wonderful film and hosted a wonderful director by the name of Colin Trevorrow with his first feature, Safety Not Guaranteed, a little feature, cost $1 million. His next feature was a $200 million film called Jurassic World, and his third film will be Star Wars
And
9.
just add that it's not only guys, geeks that will love this movie. For feminist women, this is very empowering because the first movie, I mean, well, Star Wars, you know, the princess, she's not just the princess that is
she's
being
Princess
saved.
Leia, exactly.
She's a warrior. Here,
Yeah.
there's more to it. And
I
that's all I'm going to
agree.
say
More to
without
it.
spoiling it.
Okay, more to it. We didn't spoil anything. Coming up,